Very excited to talk to our next guest. He's one of the most exciting fighters in all of boxing, all right? Big time pay-per-view match is coming up March 25th. David Benavidez joining us here again as he is taking on Caleb Plant. David, thanks for doing this again, man. Really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me on, man. And we're closing up camp. The fight's only 2 weeks away or 3 weeks away, so I'm very excited. This is the opportunity I've been wanting for a long, long time, and there's no better stage to do it than on pay-per-view. So I'm 100% ready for this.
I can't wait for it, man. All right, before we get into your fight, who do you watch right now, David, in boxing, and you say that guy's as exciting as me in the ring? Because I don't think the list is very long right now as far as fun watches in the sport. Not only just talented, but just excitement that they bring. Who do you watch and I say that's a guy I'll tune in and I'll see?
So I mean, I like obviously I like Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, Usyk, Deontay Wilder, Andy Reese. And then just recently Brandon Figueroa fought.
Yes.
And he's a really good fighter, and he put on a hell of a fight. So I mean, I'm really a big fan of boxing. If there's any boxing on, even if it's guys that don't really have names, I just love watching boxing. Either way, I'm really a big fan of boxing.
Your pay-per-view coming on up in a couple weeks, but they did launch that this week. Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis. How do you think that one goes down? What are your early impressions? No predictions. I know that's a weird thing, but like, how do you feel like that matchup goes between them?
I think it's going to be a really good fight. I mean, I feel like both guys are very talented. I feel like there's more the veteran here is Gervonta Davis. He's fought against the bigger names and he's had bigger fights. But Ryan Garcia is definitely the tougher. Not the tougher. He's he's a young, up and coming lion. So I mean, I think it's a 50-50, but I feel like I'm gonna have to go a little bit towards Gervonta Davis, especially now because he put the 10. I just seen that they had the 10-pound rehydration clause. So I feel like that's gonna have a really big effect. So I'm kind of leaning towards Gervonta Davis.
How do you handle that, man? Like, is there any stipulations on weight for you? Like, how do you like to be a couple weeks out of camp for this one with Sweet Hands? How do you like to balance that going into weigh-in week?
Well, I mean, it really just depends. I like to put at least 15 pounds on. I've always felt comfortable with 15 pounds. So I mean, that the good thing is, so with us, we don't have a rehydration clause, but for Ryan and Gervonta, they have that. So I think that might be a little bit of an issue, not too much, but it's definitely going to be a thing that affects the fight a little bit, but it's still going to be overall a great fight.
Now, this match between you and Caleb Plant, a lot of the times, guys don't want to drum up the drama. You guys genuinely don't like each other. You've been talking about this fight for years. What is the background of this dislike you have for each other?
I don't know. He's just a guy I've never liked. The way he acts, his attitude, he's just cocky. He's just like that dude who thinks he's the shit, that his shit don't stink, basically. And we all know that's not true. He got knocked out, and he still wants to ride on his high horse like he's better than everybody. And then just, a couple years back, we had a little incident in the gym when my brother and him had an incident. So it's just been that. It's just a lot of things after things. And then he keeps talking about me and I talk about him. So it's just, it's just a genuine dislike for one another.
How do you feel like that helps in training at all? Do you feel like that fuels you a little bit more?
It definitely helps in training. Emotion is a really strong motivator, especially when you don't like somebody and you're focused and all you want to do is, really beat that dude's ass or knock him out. So I use that as to keep me going every day. I could go extra rounds, I go extra miles just because of that fact right there. So yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like it helps me in my camp.
And what do you think is the thing that he's going to have the most trouble with when it comes to facing you?
Speed, body shots, power, jab. I feel like I'm one of the most, not one of the most, I am the most accurate super middleweight puncher in this in the super middleweight division. I mean, I land at a little bit over 46%. So once you got a power puncher and a combination puncher like myself, that just puts a lot of pressure on. It's going to be once I get my wheels going, there's no stop. You know what I mean? So I know that I'm very confident in myself and my skills, and whatever he may he may bring to the table, I'm more than ready for. So, I cannot wait.
Have you done anything unique this camp around, or have you kept it pretty much the same? Like, is there anything different you're trying as you go on your career? Do you do anything to spice this camp up to try and, I don't know, to learn new tricks, sharpen anything up?
Yeah, I brought in a strength and conditioning coach. His name is Memo Heredia. And he had trained with Juan Manuel Marquez, Ugas. He trained with a lot of legends in the sport. And I could really see a difference in my power, and I definitely could tell a difference by looking at my sparring partners' faces. So, that's a good thing. We're adding more power. I already had power, so I'm adding more power, adding more techniques, and like I said, I'm just ready to go.
He's not like the one who asked who suggested to Marquez to drink the urine, right? Like that, because that was
No, that wasn't him.
That was a very strange
Yeah.
tactic that we all learned that Juan Manuel Marquez was doing this.
No, even if he would suggest it, I wouldn't do
You
it.
pass. What is the weirdest thing that somebody has ever suggested to you to get better, or a superstition? What is the weirdest thing that somebody has tried to pass on to David Benavidez that you have to try this? It'll make you better.
I mean, nothing too much out in the ordinary, bro. I mean, we kind of try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? If it sounds weird, then it's better that we don't do it. So, I mean, thank God to this point, nobody's suggested me to do anything weird.
I remember speaking with you right after you became a father, seeing it on Instagram. Your son, you got him in the gym there doing things. How cool is that for you, man? To have him around the family business.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's definitely a dream come true. It's a blessing, just me still having my big fights and then having my son in there working, and it's just crazy, man. It's definitely a dream come true, and I'm just very blessed. I'm very happy with where I'm at in life right now.
Does he get it? Like, does he understand? I don't know anything around. Like, at what age does he realize? Oh, I know where we're at. We're at the gym. It's like the nursery.
No, yeah, definitely. He started throwing punches when he was like about 3 months old. He looked like a little chicken. He'd go like that. But now he watches me. He throws his own combinations, his punches and bunches too. And I'm very proud of him. And hopefully when I get older, not hopefully when he gets older and it's time for him to start his career, I'm gonna be in there in his corner. I'm gonna be his trainer.
Speaking with David Benavidez, go buy his fight coming up March 25th on Showtime pay-per-view against Caleb Plant. A real grudge match between these guys. Two fantastic super middleweights as David is defending his interim WBC title. What do you think, man? If you do get past Caleb, as I imagine you will, obviously Canelo is the big target at the end of this. He has all the other belts. How confident are you that matchup eventually happens?
To be honest, it should have happened. I've been the mandatory for the past 3 fights. But if I'm being honest as well, I'm all my attention and focus is on Caleb Plant. I've been wanting this fight since even before Canelo. So I'm very excited for this fight. I'm definitely going to put a beating out on this guy, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it.
I totally get it. You got to keep that focus into the one, especially one where it's like it feels like there's a lot online because it's not only prestige, but it's personal between you guys. So is this, I guess, as focused as you've been on an opponent that you can ever remember?
I've always been focused my whole training camps, but this one means more to me. I feel like this is a world title fight, to be honest with you. And then it's my first pay-per-view fight too, so the stakes couldn't be higher. I mean, the whole world's going to be watching, and I get to go in there against a guy that I really don't like, and I get to do what I always do. I get to beat the living shit out of people. So I'm very excited about that, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with Caleb Plant.
David, I appreciate the time, man. You're always great. Thank you for being generous with your time. Best of luck, healthy camp the rest of the way, and we can't wait for March 25th on pay-per-view. Your fight, I imagine it's going to be amazing, man.
Thank you, brother. See you guys there.